Drake and Yeyy just committed career suicide with their latest move against Kendrick, and the evidence is undeniable. What's happening behind the scenes right now is about to shatter everything you thought you knew about this rap beef. These two fallen titans are secretly plotting the most calculated takedown in hip-hop history, and I've uncovered the shocking truth that no one is talking about. We're witnessing the most dramatic power shift in rap history. While Kendrick Lamar sits comfortably on his throne, absolutely dominating everything from streaming numbers to critical acclaim, Drake is frantically clawing for any shred of relevance he can salvage. Imagine Kendrick sitting on a throne while Drake and Yeyy desperately try to pull him down. That's exactly what's happening right now. The 6. God's empire isn't just crumbling, it's imploding in real time, and his latest desperate moves prove it. Sources close to Drake's team have revealed that his next move against Kendrick is already planned, and it's more desperate than anything we've seen. This insider information exposes just how panicked Drake has become as his cultural relevance slips through his fingers like sand. The once untouchable superstar now watches helplessly as Kendrick elevates the entire genre, while his own fanbase begins questioning everything. Drake went from certified lover boy to certified loser boy faster than you can say ghostwriter. His entire strategy has shifted from making hit music to assembling an anti-Kendrick coalition with the help of academics and that entire circus of Yeyy's men. What's crystal clear now is that they're orchestrating a 5-phase attack to discredit every single genre-shattering move Kendrick has executed over the past year. The desperation is radiating from every calculated move they make. But wait, there's something no one is talking about. A secret meeting that happened just last week that changes everything. My sources confirm that Drake's team and Yeyy's representatives connected at a private location in Miami, officially cementing this unholy alliance. This beef is officially the biggest hip-hop controversy of 2025, making the Taylor Swift and Kanye drama look like child's play. The timing couldn't be more calculated. While Drake faces unprecedented backlash that intensifies with each terrible move, for the first time in his spectacular downfall, there's another rap superstar facing similar rejection, none other than Kanye West. Though they've traded shots for years, this collaborative effort reveals the shocking truth. Yeyy has become Drake's most valuable chess piece in this high-stakes game of hip-hop politics. Move number 1, the academics interview ambush. Believe it or not, Yeyy is the masterstroke in Drake's 5-part desperation strategy. The next 72 hours will determine who wins this war and why Drake's career might never recover. Their desperation has reached such heights that they're willing to team up because, despite their mutual animosity, both harbor more rage toward Kendrick Lamar than they've ever felt toward each other. To them, Kendrick represents their worst nightmare of authentic artistry that exposes their limitations and reminds fans what real hip-hop sounds like. Yeyy has made this abundantly clear through countless statements, unwittingly transforming himself into Drake's crucial connection. His inflammatory comments have fueled people like academics to push narratives designed to undermine Kendrick, giving Drake's agenda an increasingly powerful platform. Drake's fanbase is now hailing Yeyy as a genius for his anti-Kendrick takes, completely oblivious to how they're being manipulated in this massive PR chess game. The puppet master's strings have never been more visible. Move number 2, the conspiracy narrative launch. This alliance isn't just convenient, it's calculated down to the minute. Drake is strategically positioning Yeyy for every move they need right now. We're about to witness this unfold in unprecedented fashion as Drake's #1 cheerleader, Academics, releases an explosive interview with Yeyy within the next 48 hours. I've learned from inside sources that Academics has been coached on exactly which questions to ask. Yeyy comments designed to attack Kendrick Lamar and ignite fury among Team Drake and Team Yeyy supporters. The interview will serve as the perfect catalyst for the next phase of their anti-Kendrick campaign. Some might argue Drake and Yeyy are just playing chess while Kendrick plays checkers, but here's why that take is completely misguided. The endgame of this unholy alliance transcends music entirely. Don't expect a collaborative track anytime soon. Both Drake and Yeyy have learned the hard way that their output simply can't compete with Kendrick's recent masterpieces. Understanding this harsh reality, their strategy with academics and their legions of bitter fans is to amplify Yeyy's controversial takes, like his infamous Rap Kings list that deliberately excluded Kendrick. or his baseless claims that Kendrick is an industry puppet. When you can't win on artistic merit, attack the character. That's their playbook. Move number 3, the social media blitz. These jealousy-fueled narratives are designed to chip away at Kendrick's monumental success by any means necessary. They're connecting wild conspiracy theories about Kendrick to even more outlandish narratives. The inner circle forming around Drake and Yeyy, from academics who's leveraging Yeyy as Drake's strategic boost, to the various toxic personalities in their orbit, reveals their blueprint. Assemble the most delusional rappers with the most grating personalities and amplify their bitter narratives. It's a full-court press of pettiness never before witnessed in hip-hop's storied history. Everything circles back to their central delusion, that Drake and Yeyy have been victimized by the industry, and now they're exposing the truth. They desperately want everyone to believe Kendrick's success represents some industry conspiracy against them, rather than facing their self-created downfalls. With all these irritating voices jumping on this bandwagon because they resent what Kendrick stands for, we're witnessing the setup for one of the most frustrating chapters in hip-hop discourse ever. The victim mentality has reached staggering new heights. Move number 4, the controversial alliance expansion. The situation is evolving towards something even more disturbing. I've exclusively learned that Drake and Yeyy are connecting with certain controversial figures who I won't explicitly name. These are individuals Yeyy has recently associated with, triggering massive backlash, and with whom Drake is rumored to be planning an interview in the next 2 weeks. Academics has already been spotted with these personalities at recent events, with photographs that haven't yet surfaced publicly. This growing network of provocateurs, including figures like Aiden Ross, is spreading delusion and bitterness throughout the culture. The toxic web continues to expand, drawing in more controversial personalities by the day. With 2 of rap's biggest names spearheading this movement, they're dragging hip-hop into absolute chaos. Yet despite their noise, they can't touch the incredible artistic achievements of Kendrick Lamar's current run. As Drake and Yeyy inch closer together, pooling their wildest conspiracies to express their rage against Kendrick and the industry, we're about to witness the most toxic era in hip-hop discourse. The sheer volume of desperate fans rallying behind these anti-Kendrick sentiments threatens to create an unprecedented divide in hip-hop culture. The battle lines are being drawn, and the consequences could reshape the entire landscape. Move number 5, the industry victim rebrand. This pathetic effort reeks of desperation already, and it will only become more obvious when academics starts portraying Drake and Yeyy as victims of the same imaginary conspiracy in their standoff with Kendrick. While it's difficult to predict exactly what will happen when these unpredictable personalities unite against a rapper they're struggling to criticize, the defining aspect of this next chapter will be how directly they attempt to undermine hip-hop's core values. The integrity of the entire culture hangs in the balance as these industry titans wage their desperate campaign. Their tactics reveal a fundamental misunderstanding of what's happening in hip-hop right now. Fans aren't turning against Drake and Yeyy because of some industry conspiracy. They're simply recognizing authentic artistry when they hear it. Kendrick's dominance comes from his uncompromising commitment to the craft, his willingness to take risks, and his ability to speak truth to power qualities that Drake and Yeyy once possessed but have seemingly abandoned in their pursuit of commercial success and validation. The irony is painful to witness. These 2 artists who once revolutionized the genre in their own ways are now resorting to schoolyard tactics to tear down a peer who's simply outperforming them. Instead of rising to the challenge and elevating their art, they're trying to drag Kendrick down to their level. It's a strategy that reeks of insecurity and fear. Fear that perhaps their best days are behind them, that the culture is moving on without them. Fear that Kendrick has exposed limitations in their artistry that they can no longer hide. When we look back at this pivotal moment, when Kendrick Lamar revolutionized the game with Like That and its seismic impact, one thing will be crystal clear. Kendrick will be remembered as the hero who brought rap back to its roots and reignited fan excitement, while Drake won't be the only villain remembered for disrespecting hip-hop and taking a beef loss to unprecedented depths of pettiness. The historical record is being written in real time, and Drake and Yeyy are positioning themselves on the wrong side of it. For Yeyy especially, supporting Drake's agenda and aligning with figures like academics cements his tragic status as the Anakin Skywalker of hip-hop. Once viewed as a chosen one who created some of hip-hop's most groundbreaking work and paved the way for countless artists, Yeyy has now turned against everything he once stood for. There's no other way to describe it. He's become the Darth Vader of the rap game, betraying his own legacy. The fall from grace is breathtaking in its scope and speed. What makes this alliance particularly fascinating is how it reveals the fragility of ego in the face of genuine artistry. Kendrick hasn't been actively pursuing this beef. He dropped Like That made his point with surgical precision, and moved on to create more groundbreaking music. Meanwhile, Drake and Yeyy are spiraling, desperately trying to change the narrative through increasingly transparent PR moves rather than letting their music speak for itself. It exposes a fundamental weakness in their approach to artistry in this moment. Hip-hop has always been about authenticity, skillful wordplay, and pushing boundaries, values that Kendrick embodies in everything he does. This desperate alliance between Drake and Yeyy represents the antithesis of those values. It's about manipulation, distraction, and tearing down rather than building up. The culture will ultimately reject these tactics, no matter how loud the noise gets or how many Yeyy's men amplify their message. True hip-hop heads can spot the difference between genuine artistry and PR-driven desperation. The verdict is already sealed. No matter what happens, Kendrick Lamar will continue extending his lead and collecting W after W, while Drake's losing streak will continue until his career reaches a point where he has nothing left to lose. This chapter in hip-hop history will serve as a cautionary tale about what happens when commercial success becomes more important than artistic integrity, when ego overshadows craft, and when fear drives decision-making instead of creativity. Drop a message in the comments if you think Kendrick is destroying Drake and Yeyy, or if you think they still have a chance. I'm dying to hear your predictions for what happens in the next 72 hours as this drama unfolds. If you've made it this far, smash that like button and hit subscribe. It helps tremendously with the algorithm. And if you want to see how Drake just potentially destroyed his rap legacy even further by possibly getting exposed for never writing a single song, check out my latest video linked below. The receipts are shocking.